A referee just tried to sabotage Caitlin Clark and it completely backfired. The Indiana Fever were destroying the Los Angeles Sparks on Wednesday night. Clark had 7 points in the first 2 minutes. The Fever were dominating on both ends of the floor. And right before halftime, with the Fever up by 14, a referee tried to stop her. Clark got called for an offensive foul. She complained about the call and the ref gave her a technical foul for yelling at him, just for complaining and standing up for herself. But you know what Caitlin Clark did? She came out after halftime and destroyed them anyway. 24 points, 9 assists. Fever won 87-78. First win of the season. And she proved that nobody can stop her. Not bad calls, not technical fouls, not refs trying to sabotage her. Let me break down how this referee tried to stop Caitlin Clark and why it completely backfired.
Attack, and that's exactly what LA does.
And welcome back to Los Angeles, Caitlin Clark.
Let's start with what actually happened. Because this wasn't just a bad call, this was sabotage. The Indiana Fever came into Wednesday night looking for their first win of the season, after losing to Dallas by 3 points in the opener. And from the first minute, Caitlin Clark was on fire. She scored 7 points in the first 2 minutes of the game. 7 points in 2 minutes. She was attacking the basket. She was creating for her teammates. She was doing everything.
Here on Sunday, did Neka. Clark with a step. Nice pass from Billy.
The Fever jumped out to an early lead. Clark was creating for everyone. Kelsey Mitchell was getting open looks. Sophie Cunningham was contributing off the bench. And by halftime, the Fever were up 48-34. A 14-point lead on the road against a team that desperately needed a win after getting destroyed by the Aces in their opener. The Fever were in complete control. And then, right before halftime, the referee decided to intervene. Clark was driving to the basket on the final possession of the half. Ariel Atkins stepped in front of her and took a charge. The ref called an offensive foul on Clark. And Clark knew it was a bad call. She approached the official to let him know. She yelled at him. She clapped in frustration. And you know what the ref did? Gave her a technical foul before halftime even ended, just for complaining.
.com arena between the Sparks and Caitlin Clark.
Think about the timing of that. The Fever are up by 14. Clark has been dominant. The game is basically over. And the ref decides to give her a technical foul right before halftime. Not a warning, not a conversation, a technical foul. And it gave the Sparks a free point to start the third quarter. Kelsey Plum stepped to the line and made the technical free throw. That's how the second half started, with the Sparks getting a free point because the ref gave Clark a bogus technical. And WNBA fans saw exactly what was happening. Social media exploded. One fan wrote, "That ref hates her, I'm convinced. He's so damn soft. What a joke." Read that again. The ref hates her. Because that's what it looked like. Clark dominates the first half. The Fever are up big. And the ref decides to punish her for complaining about a bad call. That's not officiating, that's sabotage. Another fan said, "You don't call a foul, then give her the technical." And they're exactly right. The ref makes a questionable offensive foul call. Clark complains. And instead of just moving on, he gives her a tech. That's trying to intimidate her. That's trying to send a message. That's trying to make sure she doesn't get too comfortable being the most dominant player in the league. If you want breakdowns like this on Caitlin Clark and everything happening in the WNBA, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now let me show you how this sabotage attempt completely backfired. Because here's what the ref didn't understand. You can't stop Caitlin Clark. The technical foul didn't intimidate her, it motivated her. The Fever came out in the third quarter and kept dominating. Clark wasn't backing down. She wasn't playing scared, she was attacking even harder. And after the game, when reporters asked about the officiating, Stephanie White didn't hold back. She said the officiating felt a lot like last year to me, and that's not where we want to be. Read that again. White is saying the refs are going backwards. After spending the entire offseason on committees trying to fix the officiating, trying to create freedom of movement, trying to make the game better, the refs are calling it the same way they did last year. The same inconsistent, frustrating, game-ruining officiating that everyone hated.
I was just going to say I deserve my technical loss. Okay, all right.
But she wasn't. Apologizing. She was owning it. She was saying, yeah, I yelled at the ref because the call was bad, and I'm not going to sit quietly while refs make terrible calls that affect the game. That's leadership. That's someone who's not afraid to stand up for herself and her team. But here's where it gets even better. Despite the technical foul, despite the ref trying to sabotage her momentum, despite giving the Sparks a free point to start the second half, Caitlin Clark destroyed them anyway. She finished with 24 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. She was 9 of 17 from the field. She only made 1 of 7 from three-point range, but she didn't let it bother her. She attacked the basket, she created for her teammates, she made winning plays. And after the game, Clark explained her mindset perfectly. She said,
Obviously, I've only made 1 3 tonight, but like I haven't let that affect me. I obviously haven't shot the ball as well as I would have liked the first 2 games, but my shot feels great and I feel like it's right there, but I haven't let that bother my mind through these first 2 games. And you know, the best thing I can do for this team is play make. Like at the end of the day,
that's maturity, that's growth. Clark could have forced shots trying to prove the ref wrong. She could have let the technical foul get in her head. She could have played angry instead of smart. But she didn't. She played her game. She got into the paint, she created for her teammates, and she led the Fever to their first win of the season. Kelsey Mitchell finished with 23 points. That gives her 53 points through the first 2 games of the season, a franchise record. Sophie Cunningham added 12 points and 7 rebounds. Monique Billings had 9 points and 8 rebounds in her Fever debut. This team is loaded. And when Clark is creating like this, when she's getting 9 assists and making everyone around her better, this team is dangerous. Now let's talk about what this really means. Because this technical foul is proof of what's happening in the WNBA. The refs don't know how to handle Caitlin Clark. She's too popular, she's too dominant, she's too good. The Fever's season opener against Dallas drew 2.5 million viewers, the second most watched WNBA regular season game in history. People are tuning in to watch Clark, and the refs are trying to humble her. One fan compared it to the NBA and said, "Imagine MJ or LeBron getting a tech for that LOL." And they're exactly right. Michael Jordan yelled at refs his entire career. LeBron complains on every call, and they don't get technical fouls for it, because the league protects its stars. But in the WNBA, when Caitlin Clark complains about one bad call, she gets a tech. That's a double standard. That's the refs trying to put her in her place, but it's not working. Another fan wrote, "I've never been so happy to see someone get a tech. The fire is back." And that's what this really showed. Caitlin Clark's competitive fire is back. She missed most of last season with a groin injury. She only played 13 games. And when she came back for the season opener, there were questions. Is she healthy? Is she the same player? Can she handle the physicality? And in just 2 games, Clark has answered all of those questions. She's averaging 22 points per game. She's getting to the free throw line. She's attacking the basket. She's making plays for her teammates. And she's standing up to refs who try to sabotage her. That fire is what makes her special. That competitiveness is why 2.5 million people tune in to watch her play. Clark even talked about her body feeling better this year. She said, "I felt fast tonight. I played 31 minutes. I haven't played 30-plus minutes in a really long time. I feel like my speed and my burst is back, and that helps me get downhill a little bit better than I was last year." So not only is she mentally tougher, she's physically better too. The refs tried to slow her down with a technical foul, but she's unstoppable. The Fever led by as many as 21 points in this game. They were up 60-39 midway through the third quarter. The Sparks tried to make a comeback in the fourth, cutting it to 83-76 with 1 minute, 23 seconds left. But Clark made the biggest play of the game. With 33 seconds left and the Fever up by 9, Clark found Kelsey Mitchell on an inbounds pass for a layup to seal the win. Clutch, composed, unstoppable. And here's the best part. Aaliyah Boston fouled out with just 4 points. This was the first game of her career where she didn't make a single field goal. The Fever's second-best player had 0 impact offensively, and they still won because Caitlin Clark wouldn't let a ref, a technical foul, or anything stop her from leading her team to victory. Stephanie White said it perfectly after the game. When asked about the defense holding the Sparks to 78 points, she said, "We're going to win a lot of games if we give up 78 points." And she's right. This Fever team can score. Clark and Mitchell combined for 47 points. Cunningham added 12. Billings had 9. When the defense is even decent, this team is going to win. A lot. The Sparks are now 0-2 to start the season. The last time they started 0-2 was 2023. You know what their record was that year? 8-32. 8 wins. And after losing to the Fever by 9, despite the Fever getting a technical foul, despite Aaliyah Boston scoring 0 field goals, despite the refs trying to help them, the Sparks look like they're headed for another disaster season. A referee just tried to sabotage Caitlin Clark. He called a questionable offensive foul on her right before halftime. She complained, and he gave her a technical foul just for yelling at him. Fans are furious. They're saying the ref hates her, that he's too soft, that this is a double standard. But Caitlin Clark didn't let it affect her. She came out and destroyed the Sparks anyway. 24 points, 9 assists, led the Fever to an 87-78 win, their first of the season. The ref tried to slow her down. The technical foul gave the Sparks a free point, and it backfired. Because you can't stop Caitlin Clark. Not with bad calls, not with technical fouls, not with anything. She's unstoppable, and the WNBA better get used to it. What do you think? Did the ref try to sabotage Caitlin Clark? Or did she deserve the technical foul? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest on Caitlin Clark and everything happening in the WNBA. We'll see you in the next one.